How's it going, everybody? Hey, Michael came up with now the reason I'm creating this video is the October 1988 calendar matches January of 2022. You got the 10th on a Monday. So that's another item we had to add to the list. So they couldn't be any more in our face that they want us to think it's January 10th, which is the national championship day, which let's get back to Michael's comment before I show you Fansville and how creepy they are with everything they do. Michael said this
that is responsible for all
La Palma tsunami predictive programming from the game Secret Files 2. And I'll put it down in the comments of this video. I'll watch it tonight. It's only an hour and it's only a minute, 40 seconds long. And so thank you, Michael, for that. The gematria that I had so far on January 10th was party is over. Happy New Year. Donald Trump's with an S and the China VI or US. That's when you spell out January 10th. Not like I've got it up there, but when you spell it all out that way. But that Donnie Darko calendar, that's like, these are big, gigantic caveats, every one of them. They're just, those are tremendous. 121 days from 9/11. So you had a 121 on the Bain crashed plane of the Dark Knight Rises. Twin Towers were 110 tall, which comes to, of course, there were 8 sides on the Twin Towers because the corners were flattened. So they stood for 88. And the fact that they're 110 stories, that's January 10th, 110. The October 1988 calendar matches Donnie Darko calendar. The 121 on Mack concrete truck. And I drove a green Mack concrete truck. That's what's freaky. It's a 5-speed Mack. That's how I learned how to drive a stick. They're very simple to operate. And 120 days from 9/11, of course. Tenet is 10 frontwards and backwards, the movie where they, of course, crashed a plane. That was the biggest scene of the movie. And Janus is frontwards and backwards, so January 10th would be Janus Tenet. The jet in Afghanistan had a 110 on it also for January 10th, fusing 9/11 with January 10th. So just tremendous items. What else did I want to check besides that calendar? Did I show you the calendar already? That's the calendar. January 10th on a Monday. Oh, the Fansville commercial. Hang on just a second. Look at G500 is a number for Antichrist in Strong's Concordance, and the address for Lucas Oil Stadium is 500. It's 500 South Capitol Avenue. The national championship is played on that night. We've been telling you college football is of their world, 10,000%.
On a spooky Fansville by
spooky. So they're creepy, they're spooky. It's Halloween, it's Day of the Dead, it's spooky, it's creepy when Trump goes down.
Sheriff, come quick. Rico's about to enter the transfer.
Rico is about to enter the transfer portal. He's going to go through the archway. I wonder what Rico comes to in gematria. A. Rico. Golly. all three of my numbers of my favorite 6 numbers: 45, 27, 42. Boom, boom, boom. But blame Obama comes up. Remember how Obama sweats? Oh, that's freaky. What if he's like charged? That's why he'll be the false prophet, because it'll show the unification, right? All right, it was covered up.
Portal. Rico.
So what this whole transfer portal's been about, again, their thing was in college football: name, image, likeness, name of the beast, image of the beast, which is the likeness of the beast, right? And they've had this thing in college football called the transfer portal, where you're portaled, because Trump will be spiritually portaled to the abyss to receive the spirit of Satan.
You don't need to transfer.
You've seen the latest depth chart. I'd be lucky to play it down this year.
But you're only a sophomore. There's still time.
Rico's time is now. You know, never really saw much upside.
Rico's time is now. Let's run that real quick. Rico's time is now comes to Society of Jesus and the beginning of the end. June 21 on the summer solstice, return of the king. Donald Trump in the Bible, which is the Antichrist. January 18th pops up. Rico's time is now. That's the day after the full moon, huh? Full moon Halloween. Remember that? That was last year. Boy, we were so big on that. 88 years. New York Yankees. And of course, that's what the New York Jets were all about. Jamie and I were discussing that. I mean, Donald John Trump fused with the Drumpf. That's what that whole New York Jets was about. The Jets hitting the twin Trumps. And their other team is the Giants. Straight out of Genesis 6, 1 through 9. Because after the twin Trumps go down, that's what brings about the fallen angel human hybrids. So a new guy comes in. And they don't welcome him at first, but then he is most welcomed. Now he's got the 17, which is the date of the full moon. The other guy had the 4. I mean, we can gematria 417. Why not? Does something go down on April 17th? Hang on just a second. Because time is now comes up to Iran versus Israel. That was interesting, because that might be when you see the bombs going off in IPEC goat. Once the twin Trumps go down, 248. The full moon is actually April 17th. I mean, April 16th, not the 17th. But remember, it's 24 hours before, 24 hours afterwards. I can tell you my life changed within 24 hours of this recent lunar eclipse, big time. I don't want to get into why, but I did resign from my job, and I had the backing of my bosses and coworkers. But it was a very freakish event, and I think the Lord just might be saying, because I can go out and find other teaching jobs immediately, and I'm going to look around. But I don't seem to be in any big hurry, and I'm not strapped, for cash or anything. So the Lord's made that part easy. And it was a weird situation. Let's just say a few mistakes were made, not on my end. And again, my bosses and everybody said, hey, you need a good reference. You got it. I was very thankful for that. And but maybe the Lord's just saying, get to work. We're about done here, so I don't know. But if we were to key in 417, which were those numbers, hang on. Well, what went in the portal and came out the portal does come, which was 417 on each number. And again, I read everything through numbers. If I see a number, then that's a signal, just like the 121 on the trucks. To me, everything is numbers other than the word of God. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and in the word of God, we have a book of numbers, which was about the census of the church. And the Trump Tower comes up for 417. Trump Tower comes up. So the time is coming comes up. Let me pause. I'm not going to waste your time. Full snow for full snow, full moon. But White Horseman comes up, which is pretty big. The White Horseman. That's the Antichrist. And Transformer car comes up, which of course that's kind of about Mark of the Beast. August 6th comes up, which is 86, 8th month, 6th day. Stellar Gateway. That's interesting. Gateway. The portal. Trump has COVID. The Stanley Cup, Honolulu, Hawaii. Nothing earth-shattering though. Not like, I mean, we know when we see earth-shattering things. And why did I see Trump's name? Donald Trump inauguration, if it's spelled right. A lot of these things are not spelled right, and I'm not a good speller, so if I've ever been bamboozled, hopefully y'all caught me. Hell or High Water, what a movie. 14:7 is the same as 417 because it's the same letters. Apocalypse, meow. That's cute. That's good. All right, and I didn't pause it, so I'll speed through. Full moon coming. Well, that's the 17th. That's a week later after the event. All right, so
Hey, anybody need a punter?
oh, it says Tech 17, doesn't it? You think that means anything? I'll do it on my own without bothering y'all with it. When he comes back out that portal, that's the Antichrist, basically, and it says the Antichrist, the Antichrist. And it said Tech 17. So we're checking that out. Told you I wasn't going to waste your time. So let me pause. Full buck moon comes up. God, that's interesting. Florida Gators comes up for Tech 17. Go Gators. They said at the beginning of the Devil's Advocate, as he was from Gainesville. And we just showed how they've got this big, gigantic supercomputer there, artificial intelligence. Aren't they something? I was accepted to the University of Florida, did not go because of a girl, my high school sweetheart, that broke up with me 1 year, 1 month, and 1 day from when we started going together on September 27th, broke up with me on October 28th, 1979, the year I graduated. And I was a big time pothead. And October 28th was the birthday of my future second wife. Everything points to her. And we're looking at October 28th, big for something. We don't know. Michael Jackson, This Is It. When we go back and look, yeah. Excuse me. You know what's weird is they put their logo, octobercalendar.com, on the 10th. That's got to be a coincidence, but maybe they all know. You know, let's keep going with the commercial. The Boz, not a bad actor, by the way.
Website before you go.
By the way, y'all are getting commercials in my videos because of copyright strikes. I actually copied and pasted the last one in the last description.
Hey, anybody need a punter?
We're good.
Oh,
Anybody need a punter would be something to look at. So hang on. Donald Trump as Satan's plan came up with Tech 17. I guess I should finish that one real quick. Chosen Vessel. As we were winding it down, this will be the end of it, promise. Wonder Woman comes up, ignore the number. When you see numbers in here, they don't factor in. And VIRUS alert. All right, so he says, anyone need a punter or anybody need a punter?
We're good.
oh. Punter? Anybody need a punter?
Anybody need a punter? All right, hang on. Well, anybody need a punter comes up to Donald Trump, Mike Pence, 666. That's old school. Remember that one? That was crazy. So they're definitely Antichrist Trump. Look at that. He comes through the portal and he says, anybody need a punter? He comes through the portal and he's saying Antichrist Trump. And look what comes up, 1988. Wow. So anyone need a punter was the big one. Trump Antichrist. We knew something's in this commercial. That's super interesting. Super interesting. The office of Donald J. Trump. His office is Antichrist. That's his job. That's his office. That's his title. I'm sure there's things y'all see, and I saw it too, you know, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, things like that. Start of Revelation. We've been telling you when he goes down, that's when the book of Revelation is opened for us to see. Because what we can't see is the problem in heaven when nobody is able to open up the book and John's weeping, and then there's joy because the Lamb can open the seals thereof. We can't see that. The only thing we can actually see is when the rider on the white horse receives, when a crown is given to him. And the crown is the death per, what was it? Was it Hebrews 2:9 when Jesus received his crown, which was his death was the crown. And that's why a crown is given to him, because he won't actually die and come back from the dead. So it's faked. All right. So anyway, we got what we wanted, I think, right?
We're good.
Oh, brought Dr. Pepper.
Welcome to state.
And there's the 23, which is a big number for them. It's, what is it, the 23 chromosomes or something, and of your DNA? I don't know.
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
And you notice it's established in 1885. Got the 88 right in the middle. Got the 23 right there. And the one the fans deserve. Well, that's what they think. You're all going to get what you deserve. This earth is going to get what it deserves, because they get their version of it, as above, so below. And what has our God said? The earth is about to get what it deserves. I mean, remember, this is all God's plan. Is it 23 chromosomes? The wolf full moon is at 648. It's weird. It's, well, you know, the 10 times 28 times 1.973. Remember my second wife's number. Well, when you times it by this year, you get the 648. Her 648 sat right in the middle of her number, which my mom had that in her number. What I should look at, what I wanted to look at that. There's the 1117 we were talking about. What I should look at is me and her. Y'all went through that long video I did on when I came clean on numbers. Go look at us in the year 9/11. Well, you sure got the 10, don't you? The 6 to the 66 gives it the 666. I don't know, but again, the anomaly of she and I don't want to throw you off if you've never been to my channel before and go like, what in the world is he talking about? I'm not going to get into it, I promise. But the Lord had me do a numbering system set apart from any numbering system that you would get from the occult. And we just read in our Daniel Bible study how he went right to the Chaldeans and the astrologers. That was his assignment. And he was shown the ways of the Chaldeans. And the Lord put me through astrology, numerology, and all that, which of course is deeply satanic. But Daniel was trained in it, and he was the end times guy. And it was all done with multiplication. So my number, 7 times 6 times 1961 times her number, 10 times 28 times 1973. Times each year, you get 627 and 727, 627, 720. I'm sorry, 627, 127, 627, 127, 627, 127, all the way through, right in the middle, dead in the middle. If it can't be dead in the middle because there's 5 digits on one and 4 on the other, then it's as in the middle as you can get. Well, when you look at our number combined with the year 2022, you get 2001, which is when the twin Trumps went down, and it was Tower 1, Tower 2, Tower 7 all fell. And then you get the 216, which is 6 times 6 times 6. So 10 is not in there. I don't like doing things backwards, but you do have January 10th backwards, but I'm not a backwards kind of guy. Aleister Crowley was told to do things backwards. So you know what? I just don't do things backwards. And if the Lord gave me this lingo, I don't feel like the Lord gave me a backwards lingo. If he gave me a language, and I no longer run numbers, and I was able to quit, and I was never able to quit, never able to quit. I've never been able to quit them until this year. And all of a sudden in a day, you talk about addiction. Like I understand crack addiction because I was addicted to this. And I was just able to quit just in a day. Well, how do you do that? Well, when the Lord calls you out of the world, you can quit anything. You can quit porn, alcoholism, drug addiction. The Lord can stop that in a day. The Lord can stop that. Your flesh can't stop that stuff. You just can't do it. She&I times this year came to 88888. And that was part of our address, 2022. We lived at 2015 Brentwood Drive, Auburndale, Florida, 33823-2022. And if you were to key that into Amazon as one of your shipping addresses, which you can, go back and delete, you don't want to ship something to my old address. But if you key it in as one of your addresses, it will, when you go back and look at it after you've loaded it, it'll give you the dash, the zip code and the dash number. And it'll show you dash 2022. And that street that we lived on ended at 2024. And I've shown you all that many times. It was nothing but years. And I did a video back during the lockdowns last year, how the road went up starting at 2000. When I met her, around 2005, 2006 addresses. They're across the street from each other, odd and even. And it came to a peak at 2019, 2020, and started going downhill at 2019, 2020. And we all started going downhill at 2020. And it ended at 2024. That street does. It turns into Kinsman Drive when you hang a left, and Jesus Christ is our kinsman redeemer. And we have the X Cross America at 2024. So through numbers, the Lord's been telling me a story. Through somebody's death that I knew, and through this meeting of my second wife and our subsequent divorce. And that how it all related to Trump and the end times and my salvation process in hope of. So that's pretty much it. This video to its core was about the Donnie Darko calendar fitting. So we've added another. I mean, these items are just tremendous. That's just. The only thing that it doesn't do is match up with moons the way I always thought things would match up with moons. Because I always equated everything happening the way it did with Jesus, rising on the third day, and or with everybody, and then he ascended 43 days after his death. There is no full moon 43 days after this 10th. If I'm not mistaken, it comes to the 2222. If you go to add days and you add 43 days, and you go to January 10th, which is my new number one. I know we're all still looking at right now, this week, big time. Look at all the twos though. The second month on the 22nd day. So it's 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. 1, 2, 6 twos. It's February 22nd, which would be 43 days after the event. If you go to counting days, this is going to reverse it. But if you go to last year's event day, it'll switch them back. 369 days. That's their big number, isn't it? 369. That's their big number. Wow. The occult loves the numbers 3, 6, 9. Three, 6, 9 angel number meaning. Hold universal secrets. Tesla's numerology symbolism 369. And look at that. Last year's big day was just to kick off the 369 of their next big day. You've got the 8856 for hours. You've got the 88 in the seconds count. You got the 10110 of a common year, which is January 10th. Embedded. That's big. Again, everything could be nothing. We've been down this road before. But they, and my friend likes to joke with me, who basically thinks I'm crazy, but we're good friends. He's not a believer. I mean, he'll tell you he believes in Jesus. He's my best friend who is a non-believer. My best friend in the flesh. Anytime I say the word they, he'll go, who are that? You know, he'll joke with me about the Illuminati and stuff. Three, 6, 9 days from last year's big moment, staged event to the next staged event. 369. 369 coded. Wow. I think we need to add that. Do we not? You got to add it. You got to add it. You got to add it. You got to add it because it's big. Numbers is what they do. Sun, moon, stars is what they do. Numbers is what they do. The Lord trained me in sun, moon, and stars, and He's trained me in numbers. I just don't use them for my personal use anymore. Three, 6, 9 days after. Three, 6, 9 days after last year's big event in Wash, DC. All right, love y'all. Keep them coming. By the way, I've got a playlist on all of this. I've got a playlist going on. Ooh, 322 subscribers. Is the AI telling us we finally have hit the mark? I don't know if you go to the playlist, January 10th event date, it's there. So we'll be adding this one. Any more last second comments? Looks like no. Let's go ahead and play Michael's video. I hate to get the copyright strikes, but they're really going to nail me if I play this, and it'll take a long time and I need to get going. I'll put it down in the comments. All right. Love y'all very much.